Welcome to the 5-Minute Thinker. We spend just 5 minutes thinking about the deeper issues in life. I'm Dr. Rasor, author, pastor, and professor. Hey, stop judging me. You can't judge me and my beliefs. How many times have we heard something like this? The implication of such exclamations seem pretty clear. Someone's personal beliefs about either religion or morality are just off limits. So stop judging and let me live the way I want to live. But is judging really so bad? Should we really avoid judging others? I would like to suggest that I want people to judge me and my beliefs. And it's okay, really. And here are several reasons why. Number one, a real world exists. Believe it or not, a real world exists outside of your perceptions. If you disagree, just try driving your car into a tree or a brick wall and see what happens. It doesn't matter whether you perceive or believe a tree or brick wall are there in order for it to be there or not. If it's there, you're going to run into it. And the car, and perhaps even yourself, will be damaged or hurt. You know, humans can't escape the reality of an independent, existing world outside of themselves. And since a real world really exists, I would like people to judge me on whether my perceptions of it are correct, especially if it involves life and death issues. So I say, judge me. I'd rather be alive than dead. Secondly, some actions really are truly wrong. Just like a real objective world exists outside of myself, objective morally right and wrong exist apart from your beliefs and even my beliefs. Now granted, it's popular to say today to believe in what we call moral relativism, the idea that there's no right or wrong that everyone must live by. I have my ethics, you have yours, and what I think is right, you may not think is right. But this isn't true. It does not matter who you are. Everyone believes that murder, rape, and torturing babies and things like this for fun are just morally wrong actions. Can you imagine a world in which moral relativism was true? It would logically follow that the atrocities committed by people like Pol Pot, Hitler, and Stalin, and numerous others would be morally permissible and not wrong, and we wouldn't be able to judge them. As such, no consequences should follow from such actions. It'd be like a stalemate in a chess game. My opinion against yours, and no one's right or wrong. But you know, even if someone were to believe that murder is right, it wouldn't make it right. People's beliefs about what's right and wrong or ethics can be wrong, just like a belief that the moon is made out of cheese would be wrong. I could also be wrong about ethics. I'm not perfect, and I would like to know where I need to improve upon my moral character. So I say once again, judge me. Really, it's okay. Number 3, really, you can't avoid judging, so you might as well go ahead and judge. You know, we all make judgments every single day. Although it's popular to say, do not judge, don't be judgy, no one really accepts this idea. Even those who express the idea, in fact, are judging when they express the idea. Do not judge is judging. Judging is just an aspect of being human, and it's unavoidable. Let me give you an example in just everyday life. When you go to a restaurant, you judge between menu items, and you weigh which entree would be the best or the one that you want to have. In a similar way, people choose religious beliefs by judging between religions. If a religion claims to save you from sin, as Christianity does, a person, using some kind of criteria, judges whether this is true and worthy of his or her acceptance. Now, I personally have judged Christianity to be true, weighing the evidence, thinking of the arguments, doing historical investigation, using human reasoning. And so I've committed my life to following Jesus. I made a judgment. Others have judged otherwise. It's just a part of human nature to judge. So judge me for what I believe. Really, it's okay. I'm going to judge you, so you might as well judge me. Besides, I may be wrong in my judgment, and I would like to know if I am incorrect. So then I can modify my beliefs and be correct. Number 5, believe it or not, Jesus said to judge. Now some may find it difficult to imagine, but Jesus actually commanded his followers to judge. When some leading Jews were upset with Jesus for healing on the Sabbath, Jesus told them this: "Do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment." The old phrase, "Don't judge a book by its cover," is true. Jesus wanted his followers to judge rightly, not by outward appearance. Even in an oft-quoted text used to support the idea that we ought not to judge, you remember this one, Matthew 7:1, "Do not judge so that you will not be judged." Jesus is actually here saying we actually ought to judge. He goes on to say in Matthew 7:5, the verse just following, he says, "You hypocrite! First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your own brother's eye." In other words, Jesus wants us to judge correctly rather than hypocritically. Not that we should avoid judging altogether. Judging in this case is for the betterment of a Christian brother or sister, something to be done to help each other become more righteous. So if Jesus said we ought to judge, then it must be okay. So, judge me. I would rather be right with Jesus than for you to be, quote, non-judgmental. So, I give you permission to judge me. Really, it's okay. Don't listen to the judgmental naysayers. I want to know where you think I've gone wrong in my beliefs and actions. I want to know whether my beliefs correspond to the real world and whether my actions are ethical. More importantly, I want to be more like Jesus. Perhaps by judging each other, we will reach a better understanding of truth and become better people for it. So, judge on. You're going to do it anyway.
Like and subscribe.